Hello everyone, and welcome to a quick look at PlayStation Now. So, what is PlayStation Now? So just getting down to the bare bones of it, it is a subscription service from PlayStation that for £13 a month in the UK, you gain access to over 500 PlayStation games. Now the website does say PS2, PS3, PS4 games, but I can't see a whole lot of PS2 games on there. They are mostly PS3 and PS4. The games are available for the entire time that you subscribe, and the games work as a streaming service, which means the games do not download onto your PS4. They stream from a server, so you have to have an internet connection for the service to work. So I have been looking recently because there are some very classic games that people love that honestly I just never got to, but there are sequels on the way, and these games were huge. So I looked at, if I wanted to play these original games, is it worth me buying the games, or is there some form of a subscription service I can use somewhere that will give me access to these games for the same price or cheaper? And I was drawn to this one because this service offers not only the PS4 access to PlayStation Now, but there is also an app for Microsoft Windows. The app allows you to log in to your PlayStation Now account and access and play every single game on the service. It's not restricted to just the PS4 games or just the most recently updated games. Every game on the service can be played on a PC. Obviously you will need a usable controller, but that obviously would be something that you would have to organise yourself. Now, another cool little feature is that when you save a game, it is saved to the PlayStation Now servers, which means if you are playing on a PS4 and then you save the game, close the PS4 down, you can load up a PC, a laptop for example, and just continue playing the game where you left off. You don't have to copy saves across or try and work out how to do that. Because you've logged in as yourself in both places, it will just continue to use your saved game seamlessly. Obviously that has a downside, because that saved game is only on the PlayStation Now server. So if you play a game, let's say you play BioShock, and you start the game and you think, oh, I like this is quite good, I'm going to go buy this game. You buy the game outright, cancel your subscription because that's the only game on there, and you can buy the game for £13. So why would you subscribe? What you would then have to do is start from the beginning, because the saved game would no longer be accessible to you. It's not too bad of an issue, but it is there. and you do have to be wary that it isn't a saved game on your console. Now, as far as multiplayer is concerned, if the game has multiplayer access, you will also have multiplayer access for the time that you are subscribed. Now, the website does make a point of stating that not every original feature will be available in some games. Now, they have to do this warning because there are some features that they might not be able to bring around. For example, if the game had DLC, then there's no guarantee that the DLC will be available, and you can't buy the DLC from the online store and then expect it to work on PlayStation Now, because they're two different services. Also, if a game had an online shop, for example, and the shop is no longer running, then that won't be available, so there won't be any of that there. So I think it will only affect a small amount of titles, but some of them will still be affected. So it can't guarantee that you will be getting the complete version of the games, but for the most part you probably will. It is more of a go online, have a look, see what you think, and if for any reason they couldn't get the downloadable content, or they couldn't get the in-game stores to work, or they couldn't get any of the user created stuff working, then obviously they're just not going to be there. And if that's what you went on there for, then just move on, try something else. Okay, so let's have a look at the games. Now, with a service like this, they have your standard fodder of games. Games like Darksiders 1 and 2, Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and Red Dead Redemption. These are titles that are generally found on these type of services because they're made available on all formats. So most of them tend to offer them. And you know, with the new Red Dead Redemption coming up, with the new Darksiders coming up, if anyone out there hasn't necessarily played the previous titles and want to play them before the new games are released, then this is a great way, because you can just download it on the PC or access it via your PS4, not have to try and find the discs out there somewhere, find a compatible version. They will just work. But obviously the good thing about this, being that it is a PlayStation service, is that they offer their PlayStation exclusives, and in many cases these games are simply not available on PC in any way. So for you to have access to them on PC is a big deal. These exclusives include games like Killzone Shadowfall, The Last of Us, and Uncharted 3: Drake's Deception. Obviously, it's a great thing for them to offer their exclusives in this way, because it gives people the chance to play them. If, for example, they had an Xbox 360 but now have a PS4, they would have missed the exclusives from the PS3. And rather than find a PS3, find the games, get them working, this just gives you access to them. You can just go on, play them, not a problem at all. And if you start playing and you think, you know what, it's not really for me, that's fine. There are so many games on this to choose. You just move on to the next one. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about before I give my opinion on the service is the fact that they offer a 7-day free trial. Now, this 7-day free trial is something that you simply don't see that often. It's a fantastic way for you to get to grips with the service, for you to see the games that are on there and to give them a go, to see if it's for you, before you've parted with any money. Now, I understand that with most of these kind of services, the games rotate. So once a month, a few games will be dropped from the service and a whole new bunch of games will be added. But the bulk of the games will stay the same. So yes, there is a chance you won't know what will be available every month, but for the most part, the main bulk of the games, like the BioShocks, the Fallouts, they will probably all stay the same, because they're the basic kind of games that you will always tend to find on these services. So, my opinion of the service, I think it is a really good solution. For me, the price is a little bit high. Just from my own personal experience, I have found that a lot of the games, especially the PS3 games, I can probably buy and get the setup running with 2 months subscription, and then I will own those games. Because PS3s aren't exactly expensive nowadays, and neither will these games be. So I do think the price is high, but the fact that it offers all of the games, including the exclusives, on a PC is something I haven't seen by a lot of other people. And I think if you're a kind of person that is looking to play like the 2 Darksiders before the new one, Red Dead before the new one, The Last of Us before the new one, and you are a PC user, then this is definitely something that you should look into. For a 7-day free trial, I feel like you should definitely have a quick look. Download the app, give the trial a go, and see what you think. If it's not for you, you can just delete it and never think about it again. And that's the best thing about this service, is its 7-day free trial. Now, talking about its 7-day free trial, if anyone watched my 100% Trophy Challenge update video for this week, you will know that I am doing something that I am calling the Super Amazing Lego 100% Bonus Challenge. I know it's a mouthful, but I'm just going to quickly describe what the challenge is, how it works, what I'm going to be doing, for those out there who want more information on this. So with my Rayman Legends 100% challenge come to a grinding halt, what I have decided to do for the last week of this month is I am going to be using my 7-day free trial to PlayStation Now from today, Monday the 28th of May, and I'm going to be attempting to 100% as many of the Lego games as possible. Now, you know, it's a 7-day free trial. The most I think I'm going to be able to do, and this is really pushing it, would be 7 games. Obviously, I'm still going to be living my life and doing my normal day-to-day stuff, so I don't think that's going to be possible, but you know, I'm aiming for as many as possible, and once I get started, we will see how it goes. Now, if you want to keep updated, I will not be putting updates on a daily basis on YouTube. I will only be updating my Patreon page. So if you want to know how it's going, please check that out. There should be an eye on the top of the screen right now. Otherwise, on Saturday, I will be doing my 100% Trophy Challenge weekly update video, and that will give an update as to how I've been doing up to that point. So thank you all very much for watching. I hope this has been helpful in informing you on PlayStation Now, and I will see you all next time.